What's up, guys? It's the next Mike Ike, and I'm coming back at you with another Warhammer 40k Tacticus video. In today's video, I want to just go through the play loop. And what I mean by the play loop is, what you're going to do every day when you log into the game. As I've noted before in one of my other videos, one of the issues I'm finding with this game is that it doesn't give you a lot of energy. And it means that you don't get to play all that much except for when you first log in, or as you can see in this count, this is a new account. I've been resetting it, trying to get a legendary. I settled on an epic, and I've got a lot of energy. But once you burn through this initial energy on your account, you're not going to have that much energy to play with. Even if you do, there is a free 50 energy if you watch a video, and then you also get you can spend 60, I think it is, or 50 of the Blackstones to get another 100 energy. Even if you do that every day, you're going to burn through that energy pretty quick, whether you're just playing the campaign, or usually what you're going to be doing is you're going to be working on a character, so you're going to either be spending that energy to farm shards of that character, or upgrade materials to upgrade that character. So you'll burn through the energy pretty quick. And this, for me, is a negative, but there is also a positive in that. And that's if you're looking for a game that can be your side game. Most of us guys that are playing gacha games have multiple games going. So if you're looking for a game that's going to be a quick side game that you can log in, a couple times a day, but really only spend like 5-10 minutes in game when you log in, this is going to be a great option. And actually, that's what I'm using it for. I'm still in love with the game, so I still feel like I could use some more energy, and I'd like to keep playing. But as that kind of wears off, and the grind of this game, really starts to hit, it being like a low energy side game actually isn't that bad of a thing. So, but anyway, I just want to go through what you're going to do when you log in. So basically, we'll go through the gameplay modes, right? So first off, you have your campaign, right, that you're going to be playing, and you're going to be picking a character or a couple characters that you want to work on. And if you're not trying to push in the campaign and make progress, which if you can make progress, you should be trying to do that. But if you're not really doing that and you're just trying to work on a character, you want to come in here and farm the shards for the characters you're working on. Now, a little piece of advice I would say is only pick a character or two to really, really focus on. Otherwise, you're just going to really run out of energy and not have any energy to do anything. So I would pick a character or two to work on, especially ones that are farmable. So early on, I actually like both of this guy, the Eliminator Sergeant, and Bellator here, the Inceptor Sergeant. They're both actually pretty good early game characters. You'll see him tons and tons in PvP. So his Overwatch ability is really, really nice, and he hits really, really hard. So he's a good character to focus on, and Bellator, I think, they're both good characters to focus on early game. You could always also focus on Tigris if you want. And then actually, once she gets up to uncommon level, and you unlock her passive, she gets really, really good too. So she's worth farming for too. So I would pick, one or two of those guys and just really, really focus on those guys early on. Now, so that's going to be your campaign playthrough. I'm going to do each of these modes except for campaign, like you guys have been doing campaign, so you should know what's up with that. So next up, we've got Onslaught. As you can see, this has a really, really long cooldown on these onslaughts. It's probably like 16 hours or so, because I did the other two, like maybe 15 and a half, whatever it is. The cooldown on this is really, really high, which stinks. We're going to go ahead and do this. Now, when you have Onslaught, you have 3 versions, and basically what you're farming here is you're farming these, the badges, to level up your guys' skills. So it's interesting because the Imperial one, you farm Chaos. The Xenos one, you farm Imperial. And then the Chaos one, you farm Xenos. So you're going to want to have 5 characters unlocked and built for these. So early on, you're not going to be doing either of these. But your Chaos one is the one, is the second set that you should be working on. and by set I mean the second battle group you should be working on, so you can unlock, let's see, so you can unlock the second campaign, the Fall of Cadia. In order to do that, you need to unlock these 3 characters, and I'm actually going to have another guide coming out really soon. It's going to show you all the free-to-play characters, all the characters that you can grind just playing the game. And these 2 characters, actually all 3 of these, are free-to-play characters that you can grind out. And I'll show you where and how to grind for the shards of those guys. But anyway, my point being is that the Onslaught doing this one isn't bad anyway, because you're going to want to get these badges anyhow. So, and early on, it's the only one you can farm anyhow until you get 5 of the other characters unlocked. So, here you go. This is all you can use as Imperial characters. I don't have any other Imperial characters unlocked. And as you see, they got to get to 40 or better power anyway. And so, first turn, they're going to spawn in. And this is basically just a wave battle. You just want to kill as much, well, kill everything you can. And that's pretty much it. We'll play through, but these ones are kind of annoying, the swarms. Bellator has that ability to remember to summon extra guys for each round. So this is a really nice one. You can wait until like round 4 or 5 to summon him to use his ability. Obviously, you want to keep your guys' health up. And as you can see, every time up here, when you get to one of these arrows, that's when the enemies spawn in. So once you get really good at clearing this out, you'll actually get a little bit of a break where you can set up your team and do some heals and stuff like that. And it'll be nice to get him into a nice spot where he can overwatch. You'll see, comes in, boom, overwatches, straight up kills that guy. It's not the end of the world if you lose characters, but you just want to make sure that you have them. As you can see, this one's going to be 6 rounds, and you keep battling even after you get to this point, as long as if you have guys alive. Alright, so now we're pretty deep into this, and what I want to do is I want to clear spots around him. Perfect. Because now I'm going to summon him. As you can see, we're 5 rounds or better in, and so now I have a bunch of those guys, which is going to really help clearing this out. As you can see, everybody's going to move back because we still have time, so this lets you make sure you heal up if you have any, if you need any heals. Enemy's going to come in. Got a bunch of these guys doing free moves. Unfortunately, they end up kind of getting in the way of everybody. But any character that you have that can summon extra guys is going to be really good in this mode. Just because it's extra bodies. See, I'm kind of stuck here. I can't really do anything. Because those guys are all up there shooting away, and that guy's in a corner where you can't get around, but that's alright. Alright, now we can get to this guy. Boom. And you can heal these guys too. Get your summons guys, you can heal those, so make sure you pay attention to their health too. As you can see, we got another free round here. Get set up. And here we go, last wave. So you just want to wipe all this out. I haven't, even on my main, gotten to the point where I can't wipe the stage yet, but I'm curious to see what happens. I'd imagine if you don't wipe the stage, you either pick up on your next one where you left off, or you start over. Like I said, I haven't gotten there. One of the other nice things about the Onslaught mode is that at the end, you get to select a character to get rewards for it. And this will give you, as you can see, a couple shards for that character. Now, it's going to be one of the characters you used. I'm going to go for him right now just because I'm only 2 away from being able to promote him, so that's why I'm going to go for him. But if you had like a really, really good character that you were working on, like if you bought the $4 or $5 starter pack and you've got that, I forget the guy's name, but the guard unit that summons the 4 guard guys, we'll go look at him as soon as I'm done with this. But if you got him and you're using him, yeah, pick him so you can get the shards for him. Yes, we got 2 of Bellator, which is nice. Like I said, I was 2 away from being able to summon or promote him, so I'm actually really happy about that. Yeah, this guy, Yarrick. I remembered it as soon as I clicked on it, Yarrick. Yeah, so if you paid the $5 to get him, and guys, unless you're playing a strict free to play, I would recommend spending the $5 to get him. It's well worth it. He will be a big upgrade to your team. He's really, really good. So if you're using him in that mode, then I'd select the shards for him. But as you can see, I got enough to promote him, which is really nice. And I just made this account today, guys, so like all of this will be available day 1 when you're playing. And it's definitely worth, you know, grinding up and doing all this stuff. Alright, so I actually have an upgrade here. I'm going to put that on him. Alright, so that is the onslaught mode. Alright, so the next mode you have is guild raids. And in guild raids, we're probably going to get our butt kicked here because my guild is a little into it. I mean, we're not super far into it, but far enough that a new account is not going to do much. When you do this, again, these build up pretty slowly. So you're only going to do this, usually you're only going to have one of these available. You're going to log in, there'll be one available because you've done the other ones. And it takes, as you can see, quite a few hours to build this back up. And then it's like we'll see, yeah, 18 hours you can do a bomb. So just go ahead and do that bomb. It's just free damage. It doesn't cost you anything. So whenever that's available, do that. We're going to battle this real quick. Again, I really expect to get totally wiped here. Probably not get much damage in. This is nice where you can just take your best guys, period. Doesn't matter whether they're all Imperial or, you know, Chaos. Now, a lot of guys do have synergy, so maybe you do want to run like a 5-man team of just a specific. But early on, especially, you don't really have that synergy yet, so. And in this mode, you want to just do damage to the boss. Now, he is going to summon minions, but I really tend to ignore them because they don't add to your damage total. If you look up here, you have a damage total, and it's just damage on the boss that you're doing. So now you can see I'm getting hit really, really hard. And the reason is, again, is because we're so far along. So I'm way under leveled for this account, but no problem. I want to try to get my specials in before they kill me. Like, nothing happens if you lose. You just get, you know, you're just doing damage. And even though we're not doing a lot of damage, you know, we're just trying to help out the guild as much as we can. Now, if I happen to survive, which I might, you see you have a round counter, so you're trying to do as much damage as you can in that round counter. Yeah, so I will survive. And then I'll fly away. And I only did 530 damage. That is not a lot at all. You will get some XP and everything from that. But hey, whatever you can do, even if it's like 100 damage, whatever you can do to help your guild, do it, because you'll still get the reward just like everybody else when that battle's over. Alright, the next everyday mode is Salvage Run. And Salvage Run is where you're going to get some equipment. And same thing, guys. You have all the different modes to unlock. You can do Imperial, Xenos, or Chaos. Early on, you're just going to be doing this Imperial because you have the guys for it. You get 2 attempts, and I say a day, but again, like, you'll see once we beat this what the cooldown is. It's pretty high. Now this mode is just basically collect loot as fast as you can. Try to collect it all. You kill the bad guys, but nothing super hard. And again, guys that summon extras are really nice on this because they'll auto like pick up the gold and stuff. But as you can see, like if you don't pick it up in that particular round, it just comes down and you can pick it up next round. And usually it's going to be this upper half of the map is where the stuff's going to fall, so you kind of want to get your guys all up here. And same thing as the onslaught mode. This is basically a round, so you're just going to beat everything you can until you run out of rounds. Now, this is a unique one because you have to crit it to explode it, and you do definitely want to make sure you're getting everything. That one's just maybe takes a little bit more effort because you do have to crit it. This will give me an opportunity to get all these guys in. You'll see this next round they'll go and collect what they can, kill what they can. You're not really doing much. So there you go. You won't wipe this in one turn, even though you did, you know, wipe it essentially. That's the amount of damage I think you're doing. But next turn you'll just go in and play again. Now, like I said, you do get equipment here. From what I've seen so far, it's also the only way to get scrap to upgrade equipment. You don't get scrap here, you just get equipment, and you'll want to scrap it. And I'll show everybody how to do that in another video. Just make sure you're looking out for that. Yeah, as you can see, you get one of these every 12 hours, so it is like 2 a day. But again, you're going to log in, and you're usually only going to have one of those to do. Unless you're only logging in once every 24 hours, which, you know, you can do, but this game's you're gonna want to be on your grind with this game for sure. And when I say that, don't, like, freak out, because, again, it's not much. Like, I'm sitting here explaining all this stuff to you, but you can see, like, each one of these modes only takes a couple minutes. And, yes, I have a couple extras because I just started this, but once I get down, burn through all this stuff, you know, again, I'm going to log in, do an onslaught, do a guild raid, do a salvage run, top off on my arena, probably raid, not even really battle, a couple things on shards, and boom, I'm done. Alright, so the next mode is arena. I haven't done any arena. You want to do all these, even if you lose, you just want to do these, but usually you're going to get pretty good options to win. And just like always, take your best team. Again, you can take everything in this, so you really want to pick your best team. Guys that really excel in this, this guy with his Overwatch is really, really nice. And any guys that are going to bring extra people are nice. I'm going to show you a little trick real quick on Arena 2 while we're playing. You, as the offense, have the advantage. And the advantage is you kind of get to choose when the engagement is. So there's pretty much 2 types of maps. Like, there's a bunch of maps, but there's 2 types really. There's ones where you start off really close and ones where you start apart. The ones that you start really close, first turn you want to skip your turn, and that'll allow the enemy will just come in at you, you'll overwatch somebody, and then you can get the alpha strike on them. On this one where you're a little further apart, you do want to move up, but you don't want to move up so far that they get an alpha strike on you. And usually what I do if I have Tigerus, whatever, however you say his name, is I group around him to get that block buff. Alright, so now they moved up. Unfortunately, he was just out of range for Overwatch. And now we're going to probably trigger Overwatch, which is fine if you have a guy that can tank it. Okay, he did alright. Oh, still alive, really. That's annoying. Alright, and you want to be careful grouping up, but sometimes you can't help it, especially like on this map with bridges, because if they have this guy, that's a pretty good ability to just do damage to everybody. You're usually not going to want to bring a healer into this. Alright, Alright, this will give us an opportunity to get him into battle. He got the block there. Alright, we have this pretty much in hand. Early on, these battles will be pretty easy. You have such a big advantage as the offense. So, I'll do another one real quick. So we can maybe get a small map so you can see what to do on a small map. So the way this works, guys, is you get chests per victory, every set amount of victories, and then I think it's usually like 55 to get to the end of the week. You want to be trying to grind for that and get that, it resets every week. So now if you look here, this is the way it works. You get points for beating guys based off of your current ranking, and then you lose points if you lose to them. And this up here is your power level. So we'll go against this guy, top one. Higher power level, but again, we have the advantage. Okay, so this is what I mean about a short map. Right? So this one, you're actually going to want to skip your first turn. You might move a guy or two to get them in better position, but yeah, you're going to want to skip the first turn here. You'll see they'll move up, boom, 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 and now we'll get an alpha strike on these guys. Okay. You really want to deal with this guy if you can. Just because his ability is really, really good in this. They have high armor too, so unless you have like stuff that really pierces armor, if he gets a bunch of those out, that could be a big problem. So they don't hit super, super hard, but they are a problem if you don't have ability to pierce that armor. So there you go. Even though that guy was stronger, we ended up beating him because we have the advantage and we just skipped our turn and let them come to us. Here we go. See what you get with the crate. It's the same as always, right? You're going to get a little bit of gold, a little bit of the currency, some raid tickets. You'll get a couple upgrades. And then you're going to get a shard. It's always going to be him. And like I said, I'll put a video out on guys that you can free to play, but he's the arena guy that you're going to get from doing arena stuff. Alright. And so that is the basic play loop, guys. You got campaign, you got arena, onslaught, guild raids, and salvage run. Now, you're also usually going to have some events going on, and you want to grind those, and they'll be up top here. So right now it's actually pretty cool because we have 2 events going on, so really, really nice. And with that, obviously you want to make sure you're always upgrading your guys when you can. So she leveled up, we can upgrade her. We got a piece of equipment that she can have. Okay, you want to check your missions. I guess I should have mentioned that with your playthrough. You're going to have missions that come up every day. Some of them are going to be timed. This particular timed one is part of the event, so you just want to do that. And you want to try to knock these missions all out if you can, because you're going to get some upgrades, and then mainly you're working towards this chest, which is where you get this guy, another free-to-play character that you can grind up. So now this says I have something. Oh, I have an achievement. But with that, guys, I'm going to bring this video to an end. As always, I really appreciate the views. If you guys like the content, please go ahead and like the video and subscribe to my channel. And, leave me some comments. Real quick, let me just plug this. I do have a guild for this channel. So right now it is full, but if you message me and you're an active subscriber on my channel, I will definitely make room in this guild for you. So if you're interested in joining me, I have 2 characters in here. My main character right here, So this is my day 1 starter account. And then I have this account that I'm doing most of the YouTube videos with. So yeah, if you're interested in joining the guild, just send me a message and I'll get you guys in. And with that, guys, I hope you guys have a fantastic messed up the end. I hope you guys have a fantastic day, and I will see you on the next video.